NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Geno Smith. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Seahawks and the Niners under the lights on Thursday night.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, ready for this battle in the NFC West, a division of haves and have-nots of late, division that's produced the NFC representative to the Super Bowl for 4, Greg, of the last 6 years.
Yeah, it's very top-heavy, and it's really interesting to see kind of how that baton has been passed. San Francisco and L.A., they've really been the belle of the ball over the most recent years. But it wasn't very long ago that the best team in football, arguably, was the Seattle Seahawks.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. This a mess on the offensive end. He goes out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on that play. On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
And what stands out the most about Murphy, Mike, is just his ability to play with leverage. He's quick, he can disrupt, and he is so good against those double teams. 5 sacks, 8.5 tackles for loss his last year in college, both career highs. I think he's a young defensive player that has a chance to be really good at the NFL level.
And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win, and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the...
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So on 4th down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he tops all other NFL running backs to this point in the season. The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Now, players shaken up after that play, and it's Brock Purdy who needs some assistance. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Dobbs to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, it's Geno. He gets that to his big target. Thanks. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. Play action now. It's Geno. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Michael Dixon now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Dobbs now to throw. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Dobbs in the pistol. He's got his tight end, Kittle. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, 49ers.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Throwing, Dobbs. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Nice pickup here to the back, and what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Dobbs. That's a slant to Ayuk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Dobbs. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Now it is 1st and goal. Now Dobbs. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be...
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7 0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Smith. And he's not going to get away. They track him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. On comes the punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey getting set for their next possession. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. So Kittle comes in motion. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
Throwing now from the gun. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. They'll motion over Samuel. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. On 3rd down, they go with Walker. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Geno. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw, it's Smith. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will score. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Dobbs to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Dobbs now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week, as we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this weekend, starting with the second of the 3 London games this year, the Jags and Bears from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Detroit Lions. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line.
And that is just the spark you are looking for coming out of halftime. And you find yourself down, you need a little change of mindset, you need someone to be the spark, and that might be the ticket right there.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now the point after try from Myers. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing, Dobbs. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Dobbs. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Really showing off the elusiveness after the catch. That's a gain of 26.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Dobbs. Right side, hauled in by Samuel.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose. and forcing third down. Now Dobbs. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. An injured player on that one, and it's Nick Bosa. Game stopped as they come to look at the outstanding defender. On play action, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The 49ers out to punt this one. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play action now. It's Geno. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Smith. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Niners offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Dobbs in the pistol. He's got his tight end, Braden Willis.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. He'll run. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking to Samuel on the out route.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll run here. Yeah. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to have a Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick to the ground. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Dobbs to throw. He's got his big tight end. Cameron Latu. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the 2, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, a big third down. Now, Walker. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. This one fielded out beyond the 25. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Dobbs now to throw. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on first and 10. They'll start with an option play to the right. It is second and a yard. Walker. And stretching it out toward the sideline, but the defense gets to him. He'll be taken down for a loss. A massive play here. Late, tie game, third down. They go with Walker. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. Here's Walker. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown tonight. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So the lead is 7 now here in this fourth quarter. The tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, They need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.